Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a full review. This is Moth by Zoologist. This is one of my favourite ones from Zoologist in recent times. I thought it was quite interesting. I have the little sample here, and so yeah, we'll get into a full review of this one. I'm going to read you the description on the inside of the packet here first. It says, "Their days are spent secluded in camouflage, the intricate pattern of their wings disguising them against a coarse background of barks and rocks. When they finally stir, even their flight is concealed, shrouded beneath the cover of night. Moonlight ripples off a delicate coating of tiny hairs as the feathered antennae guide them in their search for a mate. Only one temptation can lure them from their quest. Should they succumb to the attraction of the flame, their urge to procreate may be quashed in a wisp of smoke and a smattering of ashes." So this is about the moth flying into the flame, obviously. Yeah, so the official notes are listed on the packet here. Some of the notes include black pepper, cinnamon, clove, cumin, lemon, nutmeg and saffron, with heart notes of heliotrope, iris, jasmine, mimosa, muguet and rose, with base notes of ambergris, honey, resins, gaiac wood, musk, nagamortha, oud, patchouli, smoke and vetiver. I say some of the notes, that is literally all of the notes. So how does it smell? So when you first spray this one, I do notice a little bit of the lemon in the top. You get a kind of a fresh hint of sweet lemon. One of the more obvious notes to my nose in particular is heliotrope. Heliotrope, to me, the best way I can describe heliotrope is smelling somewhat like sweet Play-Doh. It has a Play-Doh, dusty, powdery, sweet kind of pliable, soft texture to it. You also get dabbles of the spice. I don't get too much in particular. Maybe, if anything, maybe the cinnamon is just a little bit more pronounced than the other spices, but a hint of spice with this sweet heliotropex note, which is kind of, like I say, sweet Play-Doh-y, kind of dusty, with a brief top note of like a more sweetened lemon note and a note of honey. The honey is kind of a dark, richer kind of honey, not like hummingbird by a Zoologist. That one is more of a lighter floral cream honey, lighter in colour. This is a deeper, darker honey. Not as, I would say, how it comes across in my imagination when I smell it is a balance of the heliotrope and the honey. Like I say, with a dabble of spice and a brief lemon top note. So that's kind of the bulk of the fragrance. The core of the fragrance is this harmony between the heliotrope, sweet Play-Doh, and this dark honey note, without being too sweet. There is kind of a darker, kind of sharper element within that harmony that I would say that those are the main focuses in the mid for me. But there's a sharp darkness behind that, which I think is like, there is a slight smoky element. On my skin, I wouldn't hugely describe it as smoky, but I asked my subscribers' opinions on this one before filming the review, and it was mentioned that smoke is quite prominent on other people's skin, so that's maybe skin chemistry dependent or just nose dependent. For me, not too smoky, but a wisp of that. But I'm not sure what is the sharpness that I'm getting behind the honey and the heliotrope. As it starts to dry down, I think you get hints of the patchouli that's sweetened by the honey note. It's kind of dry, woody, musty in the dry down. So you get, like I say, you still get the clinging of the honey, the sweetness of the dark, rich honey, with a little bit more of like patchouli undertones and some of the woody notes. There is oud, gaiac wood, and in fact, thinking about it, maybe that pinch in the background is maybe the gaiac wood even, and maybe that's kind of helping provide a little bit of that smoky quality. But like I say, in the base there is a combination of oud, gaiac wood and vetiver with patchouli in the base, and you do get some of those nuances coming through, and I would describe it as being almost musty, woody and musty, with that patchouli kind of giving it almost a dusty, kind of a dusty overtone, not quite ash. It doesn't smell ashy to me, but I would say kind of dusty, but with maybe the kind of the gaiac wood kind of smokiness behind that. The very, very, very longest lasting note on my skin is the honey note itself, singularly. So you can smell far dry down at around 12 hours. You will smell the singular honey note on its own without anything else. That's the longest lasting material in the fragrance on my skin. Which brings us on to the general performance on this one. On me, the sillage is quite nice, but subtle within the first hour or so, first hour or two. It's not, I didn't find it beast mode, so to speak. A lot of zoologists are quite strong. This one is a bit more mellow, a bit closer to the skin, but still nice. With about 6 hours longevity on my skin normally, but I can smell it faintly as a skin scent for over 12 hours. So performance is quite good. I would say it leans on the masculine just because of the nature of the kind of scent profile. I would generally say it's unisex, but I think some women might find it a bit too much. So that's kind of my how I would ballpark it. Generally unisex, but some will say it's masculine because of its kind of darkness and richness and some of these more kind of woody, smoky notes within it. I would say, I'm not sure when you would wear it. It's maybe more of a unique fragrance in terms of occasion, kind of more casual. For the colder weather, definitely autumn and winter. Altogether, I think it's very well blended. I think it's nicely constructed, it's well blended, it smells good. There's no parts of it that I dislike. It's probably not one I would buy a bottle of. I didn't fall in love with this one, but I definitely appreciate it, and I think it's nicely done. It does kind of give me that impression of a moth and the darkness and flames, and it does kind of bring a little bit of that imagery to your mind, especially when you look at the image of the bottle. I think it's well done in that regard. So it's nice artistic take on an unusual idea. That comes across well. Like I say, main notes for me in the mid would be the heliotrope and the honey, with an open introduction of a little bit of sweet lemon, a little bit of spice, going into the dry down more musty, a little bit woody, a little bit smoked, a little bit kind of dusty smelling with like the patchouli and the woods there. But yeah, very good. If you've tried it, let me know, and that's about all I can say for this one. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again next time with another one. Take care, everyone. Bye.